The hell is up, YouTube? This is 13 Dragonblade coming at you with my fairy deck profile updated for the September ban list. As well, I decided to do 2 profiles in one night because I haven't posted a few deck profiles in a while, and I figured that you guys have probably been wondering how my decks have been doing. So, based off of the new ban list, I have come to a conclusion. It's not really that great, but for fairies, definitely. We get 3 Earth back. So, let's get this started off. Triple Hyperion. Duh. Nothing really much to say about that. He's just bad. For fairies. Double Archlord Krista, because thank God she didn't get hit more than she is now. 2 is just fine. Double Orange Light, because I don't like running Effect Veiler, and now with the extra Earth, I have another target to pitch. So, in case I have a dead Earth in my hand, I can just use that. And then, of course, 3 Earths are now back. Fairies have a huge comeback going for them, especially those who do use the whole Venus thing. I mean, that's what she's used for. She's used to grab Venus. Venus grabs the Shine Balls. You make it Gachi, so on and so forth. 3 Venus, because can't go wrong without it. I still have the 2 super rares, as you can see. I still have the common one, so please, guys, get to messaging me if you do have the super rare one. Honest, because it's honest, and because most of the entire deck is light. 1, 2, and 3 Shine Balls, 1 super rare one. I'm trying to look for another super rare one, so again, message me if you have that. 3 Shine Balls are used to set up your Gachi engine. Tsukuyomi at 1. I don't really see her plausible more that 1 in this deck because I only use her for flipping down Krista so I can just get all my special summons off. That's all I really use her for. And usually now since Bottomless and everything is gone, I don't really have to worry about it. I can just keep bouncing her to my hand. People are like, oh, Tsukuyomi's at 3. I'm like, cool, but I only use 1. Trying to bring back spirit decks, I guess. 2 tour guides to help out with your tour guide engine. Tour bus, since we don't have Sangan and we need another target. And of course, we have the Night Assailant. So, that being said, you have all 3 of your targets, or all 2 of your targets, sorry, for your tour guide engine. And of course, the card that did get hit because they realized fairies would be badass with it is Genex Ally Birdman. Not like I care. I already had him at 1 before, so this doesn't affect me at all. Anyway, I figured fairies could be coming back, so since they hit Birdman, expect a lot of fairies in this format. 1 Gold Sarcophagus, because this deck kind of needs it. I mean, it's a nice card. It's a little slow, but hey, at least you get out a card that you're going to need. So, Gold Sarc is never a bad idea. The Forbidden Lances found their way back in here too. Now I have some room to run them again, because before I could not run them, and now I get a chance to with all the counters gone. I can at least focus less on counters and focus more on battle tactics. Night Beam and a pair of MSTs. Can't go wrong with this, considering that there's less destruction in this format. I kind of took it slow and took out the Smashing Grounds. I sighted them. They're not gone forever, but I liked Smashing Ground in here for a little bit because they got rid of problematic cards, so I'll switch out Night Beam for it and maybe a Gold Sarcophagus when the time need be. Dark Hole, because I'm going to still abuse it until it gets banned. Double Duality, like I said in my Ninja deck profile, 2 Duality is enough. For this deck, people consider 3, and I'm just like, you must be out of your mind because you need to get those special summons off. And besides, you have Valhalla to do that. Not a lot of people like running Valhalla, but I choose otherwise, because if you have Dead Krista and Dead Hyperion on your hand, guess what's going to save you? This card. And you can special any fairy, so let's say if you have Venus in hand, or if you have an Earth in hand, you can special the Venus, you can summon the Earth, you can grab another Venus, and just go herp derp and synchro and exceed and do whatever you want, so it's just nice to have that extra summon. Plus, a lot of people like to kill it with MST, so there's another target bait. Warning! Bribe. The only 2 negation traps that are really left in the game. We're going to be seeing a lot of those in this format. You have two Call of the Haunted since Reborn got hit, so I figured Call of the Haunted would be a good choice. And because it's a good card, I mean, Call of the Haunted at 3 is a bit much, but I think that 2 is just fine. Need to get those plays off. Something that found its way into my fairy deck, which I'm happy for, since now Judgment is gone, I now have room to run my Fiendish Chains. They're inside of my Heretic deck profile, which I will be posting next week, but 2 Fiendish Chains is perfect now, especially for the format. Fiendish Chain is going to be seeing a lot more playability, considering that Compulse is gone, because Compulse was at 3, now they finally hit it to 1, they hit Tarantula to 1, everything's well balanced. This card is going to finally have some more playability, as well as Bee Prison, so let's face it, if you can't banish something to get its effect, just have it sit there. It's always nice. And the 2 cards, 1 Mirror Force and 1 Torrential. Can't go wrong with 1 Torrential. I mean, I obviously thought it was going to go back to 1 eventually, and now's the time that they're going to do that. Mirror Force is still at 2, but I like it at 1. I think 2 is a bit too much for my taste. Extra deck. We have 1 Dark Mist, because I fucking love that card. Gachi Gachi. Obviously, this is a fairy deck. You can run 1 or 2 Gachi Gachis, but in place of the other Gachi Gachi, I run this guy, because this guy just bashes into whatever, and I'll always have a good amount of points off whatever he kills. We have Levier the Sea Dragon for rank 3. The other rank 3s we have is Giga Brilliant, sorry for that glare, and Temtempo, and Wind Up Zen Mains. There we go. So we have Zen Mains, we have Temtempo, Giga Brilliant, and Levier. Those are all really the rank 3s that you're going to need. I have 1 more rank 3 I forgot to show, which is Acid Golem, just for beat stick potential. And after it loses no materials, then I can just use Hyperion to blow it up. It's not really a big issue. Synchros. We have Catastor, which is probably going to see a lot more playability with all the popping cards gone. We need another popper. There he is. And the other level 5 is, of course, we have TG Hyper Librarian, which, with TG Striker coming to 2, I have a feeling we're going to be seeing this guy a lot more with Synchro playability. Synchros are starting to come back slowly but surely. Dianites, Force of the Earth, and really nothing to say. We don't have Brionic, we don't have any good level 6s, so good choice. 26 Beat Stick is not bad. Weapons, we have Ancient Fairy Dragon, and we have Black Rose Dragon. Nuking the field and popping field spells, extra summon, and a lot of defense, so that's always nice. 8s, Stardust, Thought Ruler, and Scrap Dragon, because Scrap Dragon's a boss. I can't really say anything more than that, because that's what he is. Stardust is iffy, and I'm kind of tempted to take him out for something else that's powerful, but he doesn't suck either. So that, and then Thought Ruler, because Thought Ruler is also boss, and he gives you life points back, which you're going to need. Anyways, the card of the night is my Golden Hyperion. This is 13 Dragon Blade, signing off.